That Vice President Kashim Shettima has criticized the newly elected UK Conservative Party leader Kemi Badenoch for making disparaging remarks about Nigeria. Speaking at the 10th Annual Migration Dialogue at the State House in Abuja on Monday, Shettima emphasized that migrants are a vital source of life in all societies. He said, Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the British Labour or Conservative Party, we are proud of her in spite of her efforts at denigrating her nation of origin. She is entitled to her own opinions. She has even every right to remove the Kemi from her name. But that does not underscore the fact that the greatest black nation on earth is a nation called Nigeria. In 2022, Badenoch faced criticism for remarks describing her experiences growing up in Nigeria, citing corruption, unfulfilled promises, and poverty. I grew up in Nigeria and I saw firsthand when politicians are in it for themselves, when they use private money as their piggy banks, when they promise the earth and they pollute. Not just the earth, but the whole politician atmosphere with their failure to serve others. I saw what socialism is for millions. I saw poverty and broken dreams. I came to Britain to make my way in a country where hard work and honest endeavor can take you anywhere, she said. Well, firstly, I want to get your thoughts, Mr. Chidi. First off, from the part of Badenoch, do you agree with what she had, the comment she has made? Because she has gotten most of her criticism that, so this is someone that because she's the first black personnel to be elected as a conservative at the Conservative Party position in the United Kingdom. Do you agree with her thoughts that Nigeria is in the form that she has seen it, that there is no space for, there has been cases of corruption, like you said, that the politicians will want to say things that will benefit them, and there has been cases of poverty and all whatnot, in as much as, yes, some people might agree, yes, this is a situation. Do you feel it was right to make that comment about the country where she comes from?
She's obviously saying the obvious. And she didn't want to hold back the truth. She said it as it is. And the Vice President have remarked that she is entitled to her opinion. And there's no one should doubt her. She said this were her experiences while growing up in Nigeria before she migrated to the UK. And she saw the difference. In the UK, she saw that everything is done by merit. Where she said hard work pays. But in the country where she grew up, it was not so. It's a country where if you don't have anybody, you can't get employment. You don't have anybody, you can't get scholarship. So it's a country of, according to, I'm trying to maybe paraphrase her statement. Things don't work normal. The leaders, the politicians, she described them as corrupt. They are using the public funds as their piggy bank. We all know what piggy bank means. Where you save your personal money and you use it at will. Whereas these funds are meant for the public utilization and whatever. But they are amassing those funds to themselves. She said she grew up in this country and saw it that way. And now there is a difference. And she's only expressing that. I don't think anybody should begin to cast aspersions on her.
Okay.
For saying the obvious and the truth that we all know.
Thank you on your thoughts about. Do you agree with him that she was actually expressing herself? And yes, everyone has a right to their opinion. But do you agree with what Mr. Chidi has said?
No, she expressed herself very clearly. And for me, I don't believe that we should, you know, people are thinking that a statement like that coming from her is capable of demarketing the country.
The country.
But we have also seen our leaders say worse things. We have seen our leaders say worse things. One of the leaders of this country went abroad and told us that our youths are all lazy. Mm-hmm. So she's entitled to her opinion,
okay,
to her freedom of expression, and this is her impression of what she saw in Nigeria. Remember that she was born abroad, that is, she holds dual citizenship, and that she was brought here by her parents to attend secondary school. That was what first brought her here. The parents saw the need for her to return home, perhaps to get attuned to her culture and
grassroots experience
and so on, the experience here, before she went back. And she has told you that hard work, that where she is now is a system where hard work and honesty operates. And I don't think that we should spend time contesting. Perhaps the contest is coming from the level being the leader of the Conservative Party of Britain. But again, if these things are not there, today an organization like the National Orientation Agency is talking about the National Values Charter. And of the 7 commitments by governments, one of the key commitments that the government committed itself to is the issue of meritocracy. The National Values Charter is a baby of the National Orientation Agency, but got approval from the federal government. So meritocracy is one of the commitments, what government owes her citizens. So if she's saying that she worked through hard work and she merits this, that is what we expect that every Nigerian should imbibe.
Okay,
so we are talking about leadership too.
I want to chip in something. Are you also trying to say that are you trying to support the aspects of this Japa situation, that since Nigeria doesn't pay your hard work, it's okay to go to a different country where you work and you merit what you work for?
Of course, it's very clear that migration, labor migration, is allowed anywhere and everywhere. But we have a situation that may have created for the Japa syndrome.
What situation causes that, please?
Of course, if people cannot people feel that they cannot actualize their full potentials, where people feel that the enabling environment, we just discussed the issue of security, wasn't there. And people come out from school, you are telling them, you are sitting down here to tell them that the skills they have acquired are not employable, and there are other better opportunities, enabling environment for them to fulfill their potential.
Okay, thank you.
I'm coming.
Let me
yes, okay, then the issue of Japa will come in. But the current administration is also taking steps to address this.
Address what?
To address the issue of Japa.
Okay, I wanted to ask you a question, Ms. Okoro. Do you feel that the Vice President Shettima should have made this statement instead of handling the main situation of this Japa? Do you think that he should have actually talked about the main situation that generated Badenoch to make this statement than slamming her over the comment she made?
Of course, he will not expect him to start clapping for the woman.
No.
So he has done what he's expected of him to do.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's what is expected of him to do. Mr. Ayo talked about the fact that some Nigerians get to leave the country because it is not conducive. He mentioned the case of insecurity. As the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, do you think this is a statement that he should have made instead of hitting the nail on the head, addressing the situation while because indirectly it was more like Kemi was what's the word, appealing or trying to enhance the case of Japa? Do you think that the president would have handled a case where, oh, let's make this country conducive instead of slamming her? I don't know if I made sense with my question.
Yeah, you know, the issue of addressing the situation, they continuously tell us, give us time, that they will make the country better. So, you know, it's not something that will take place at the press of a button.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you on your thoughts. We do not have time on our side, but we have to call it quits here today. This is where we wrap it up on this episode of Blowouts. Thank you so much for coming, sirs. I really appreciate your presence here. It's a pleasure to have both of you here with me.
Yes, thank you very much. There's hope for Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you so much.